Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special prime-time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they try the right side here. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
You're going to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4. Those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They can take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. 25 yards that time.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how the defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at it, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. And a give this time to the tailback. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Carried by number 29.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
47-yard line.
Second and 13. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 3 yards the gain there, second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be close.
What up, Don? Hello? Yeah, all the whatchamacallits was played.
He won the fight for the football. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
A gain of 8.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
No, I get it.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll look to throw again. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
I don't. That's what I was hoping to do, and I don't. Because I play CPU.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Completion here to Claypool. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34 for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Jonathan Jones.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah,
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Space to run past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Darren Lee, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Look at it, move the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
So here are the Saints to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
The pass.
A very solid gain of 27. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
He got it there. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
And the Saints 1st down.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 3 yards out, and the Saints add on to their lead. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Taken in at the 3. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not great starting field position as well.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Able to hit his target, Claypool.
The pass.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They'll look to throw here. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
He's got his man on the crossing route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back to throw now on first down. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense that...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From a yard out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Cowboys 3.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Second and 5. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The quarterback sacked.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this one is right down the middle. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So that flag will cost them 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
And
so 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
That is caught inside the 5.
the pass.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
4-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 4 yards out. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time we have to leave the booth. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Saints.
They're going to look to throw. He'll rifle this one, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints just continue to roll. In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one. And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
The throw right sideline here is complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
The pass intercepted by the Saints.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll buy some time right. His throw incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, he flew past 200, 300, and 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Back now in Arlington, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders now to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
32-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. The Cowboys on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Cowboys. That'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. They'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Darren Lee, his second sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big play nullified, the legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken around the 12. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. On play action, they'll throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A short throw caught by Andrews. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided. And they're going to get him. He sagged back around the 28. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one incomplete. But too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The Saints on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. From the 3, second and a yard. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said,
and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
Tonight's final score, Saints